in truth's defense, she's been taught that I could be the enemy, which love always overrides that, because people who see truth and people who know truth and watch me raise truth, they know the love we have for each other. And right now she's thriving. She's in school, she's doing a little bit of everything. And with that being said, it's like, man, for me, since 2 months after Truth was born, and anything that's been filed, it's always been said father has zero contact. Father should not be able to contact the baby, should not have visitation. So I've been dealing with this for almost, well, 6 years now. Truth is six. So that's where it becomes frustrating, because I did everything right within the system, and everything that I did right, I didn't mess up on the order or anything. I finally get custody because you messed up for 5 years. Now they decide to give me a chance. Now all of a sudden, now the court's not right. And it's like everything's being filed. It's like every chance she gets, she files whatever she can. It's like, man, I just hope something stick. Facts is all that's gonna matter in this right now. I'm not trying to persuade nobody to care about. I want you to be on Trae's side. I want you to be on the mother side. It ain't about that. The real thing is about what's the best interest of truth.
I immediately reached out to GoFundMe and let them know that the narrative that was on this GoFundMe page was completely false and liable, and that it should be taken down. And they have advised me that they're working on that to determine the truth and veracity of what has been posted. I also reached out to her aunt, who is the person who set up the GoFundMe page, and told her that she was setting herself up for a defamation lawsuit based on all the false information that was contained in the GoFundMe request. So I'm sure that she has a criminal defense attorney helping her at this time. So that's another issue. She's asking for money for a lawyer when she likely has a court-appointed attorney.
And Truth's been dealing with a therapist. I'm learning a lot of different things. Like, um, as far as the therapist telling me how when she conversates with Truth's been manipulated, and that I have to make sure I have more patience, because in Truth's defense, she's been taught that I could be the enemy. Honestly, so right now we're doing a mixture of school and homeschool, because you never want to put too much pressure on her. So as we speak now, she's literally in there doing her work. So, I'm one of the ones, I'm just gonna be supportive of whatever Truth wants to happen. If she feels she's not ready to go to school, then cool, Pops got you. We'll do the work at home. We have to go to school at some point, so we got to get your work checked and everything else. But just being supportive, man.
I will tell you, I've been representing Trae for approximately, well, I think we're over 6 years at this point. And this has been kind of her narrative from the beginning. She runs with the child. She immediately files protective orders. She started out claiming that Trae was abusing her. When that didn't work, she then turned to him being abusive to the child. When that didn't work, then she amped it up to sexual abuse. Her latest protective order that she filed, she actually said that she was fearful for her mother and also her dog, which is, I don't even know if Trey's even been in the same vicinity as the dog ever. So it's kind of, she just keeps taking in another step. We have the medical records that refute and show that when the child was asked if anything bad had happened to her, the mother interrupted and tried to tell the child what had happened to her. It was so wrong. The doctors actually noted it in her medical records what the mother had said. She was
Right.
3 when the mother took her for her first sexual abuse and neglect exam. Just the exam alone is invasive. I argued in court that it could, in fact, be considered child abuse, putting this child through, I believe at the time we were in trial, over 3 different vaginal exams. And she also testified that she had also performed vaginal exams on the child herself, despite the fact that she has no medical training or medical background. When you've been accused of everything, the most heinous things, to accuse a father of either sexually molesting their child or allowing their child to be molested under their care. I mean, I don't think there's anything worse you can be accused of. And so, in order to address that, the top forensic interviewer of children at the Children's Assessment Center in Texas, interviewed this child at length. And in fact, when asked if she had ever been touched in a hurtful manner, the only thing she said was that, yes, my mom whoops me. She never said that her father laid his hands on her, and never, thank God, never had anybody been sexually inappropriate with her.